Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader, and it's Wednesday, December the 1st. These are the charts of the day, and there's an awful lot of still good-looking charts and even some emerging ones. Let's take a look at one of our favorites, Brigham Exploration, which, as most of you know, has been a pick of mine since it was 2 3/4. The stock is now up more than tenfold and continues to motor up another $1.20 to a new all-time high today. The stock is officially broken out of this wedge and looks like it's headed for that 29, perhaps even 30 range short term. And that's what our trading target is. Camelot Information Systems, one of the most profitable companies in China, I understand. And a recent new issue, as you can see, has popped from the 10 to 25 range, up about 150% since its IPO. But more importantly, after about a 90-day consolidation, the stock has exploded in the last 4 sessions from 17.5 to nearly 25. It may be a bit ahead of itself and due for a pullback, but momentum is very strong here. I would not be surprised to see this in the high 20s before the stock pulls into a consolidation mode. Up next is, hang on one second, Denison Mines. Now, the uranium stocks and related uranium stocks have done very well. We'll show you a few others later today, but look at the movement here since September when it was trading at $1.35. The stock is now nearly tripled. Recently, the stock popped last week and then coiled early this week, but today broke out up about almost 9.33%. 7.8 million shares by far the heaviest volume traded in the stock since the last 4 years and since it's been a public stock. But with momentum the way it is, although it's a bit ahead of itself here, we're seeing strong upside potential for 4.25, maybe even as high as 5. We'll see what transpires in there. Another mining related stock and metals related, I should say, gold, resources, GORO. Very nice pattern underway, strong rising channel. This consolidation range was broken, retested, and now it's moving up again, up another 47 cents today, but up against the all-time highs set last week of around 26.43. And if it gets through that, I can see this reaching up towards the top of the channel, perhaps into the 34-35 range. That's a nice chunk of change from where it is right now. GTI GraphTech had a significant price volume surge in early November, then pulled back into a wedging pattern, broke out yesterday, followed through nicely today, up another 4.6% on strong volume. Since we're at new 2-year high territory, I'm looking for an eventual move that takes it up to the '08 high near at 28, but let's call the short-term target 24. Chart Industries in a very nice rising channel of late. Has moved from the 14 range to 33 plus in the last 3 months. Terrific move. Upside momentum is strong. Recent flag pattern in here, culminating with this low volume, narrow day here, resulted in a pop that's taken us from under 28 to over 33 in the last 3 sessions. But strong upside momentum is still in play here, and although it's ahead of itself a bit and way above the 50-day moving average, and due for a rest, it looks like we could see some more upside before that actually occurs, and we may get this into the mid to high 30s, particularly with the market in the breakout point that it was today. High soft HSFT broke out today on heavy volume and surged out of this consolidation pattern, taking a 4.62 move, up 16.6%, up 462. We're looking for higher levels. Right at the top of this channel here, we may see some resistance, but any kind of follow through here, we can easily see the stock in the mid 30s, maybe as high as high 30s short term. IDT got a breakout of the 8-day pattern here and popped with volume increasing. The stock looks like it's about to make an important move. A takeout of 23.20 should lead to something in the mid, maybe high 20s on IDT going forward short term. IGO, after a pause yesterday, resumed its advance today. It looks like it's headed towards the 4, maybe 4.5 range short term. Good momentum there. Jazz Pharmaceuticals continues to impress. After the early November pop and consolidation, it popped again and now it's consolidated again. But today jumped 87 cents and closed at a new nearly all-time high. If you look back in the early '07, you'll see in mid-07 when it went public, it reached just near the 18 range. So we're testing that right now, but a move here, and this stock could run quickly up towards the low 20s perhaps. China Kangoo KH in a very strong rising channel. Broke out of it 6-week consolidation yesterday and followed through nicely today with another $1.70 gain or 8%. Top of the channel measures around 26, and that's our short-term trading target. MHR Magnum Hunter broke out of last week, week before last, consolidated last week, early part of this week, and today popped about 5% on 3.5 million shares, and that's the second heaviest volume since June. Looks like the stock wants to head higher. The long-term chart pattern indicates the potentiality that this stock could move into the low teens, but take it a step at a time. Short-term target 8, intermediate target at 10, and then a longer-term target around 15 perhaps, 14, 15. NVMI Nova measuring instruments we put on our swing trade list today as it broke out across this key level. Had a nice surge of 11% up 75 cents on heaviest volume. Second heaviest volume in the last 4 months. This looks like it wants to try a test of the 825 area short term. That's our target. Secondary target at 10. Omnivision had terrific earnings. Reported that last night. Gapped up this morning and ran 273 or nearly 10% on 6 million shares. That's the heaviest volume we've seen in this stock since end of May. So with the long-term target and lateral price resistance up around the 34.5 zone, we're looking for a test of that level. Puda Coal, a member of the strong coal group, broke out of a wedge yesterday and followed through nicely today up another $1.30 or 9%. Volume was solid at 1.6 million. Technicals are surging. I think the stock wants to make a run at the top of the channel up in the 1920 zone. That's our short-term target. Redif had a significant price breakout today after a big run in September and a 2-month slide. The stock, in an orderly fashion, by the way, the stock popped 82 cents or 27% on 1.3 million, the heaviest volume since September. And at this point, it may be making an important turn up. There is resistance at around 415.20, which is price and moving average resistance. We'll be watching that the next day or two to see if we can take that out. If so, look for a move up towards 5.25. Our ITT stock we've favored for the last few weeks after this big price volume surge in October, consolidated for 5 weeks, broke out earlier this week and has been following through every day up another $1.38 or 13% today. Trading target 14-15 zone, secondary target around 18. And lastly today is 7 Days Group SVN, which is in a beautiful rising channel and has been since it's spiked up in August, has moved from about 10.5 to 24, but the top of the trading range, channel I should say, calls for a move up towards 28, 8.5, maybe 29. So that's our short-term trading target. An awful lot of good ideas out there. Market has significant price breakout today, and let's see if we get some more upside. But certainly some of these stocks we're presenting to you tonight have potential for more upside short term. That's it for tonight. Good night.